Hey everybody, Joshua Mobley here from VGU.TV, and this is the video review for Assassin's Creed 3. Being a huge fan of the series, metaphysics, conspiracy theories, and lost civilizations, Assassin's Creed has always been right up my alley. Assassin's Creed is like throwing everything I love into a bowl and mixing it into a delicious concoction. And Assassin's Creed 3 takes it a step further by bringing us into the American Revolution, one of the most pivotal and interesting events in world history, in an extremely unexplored time period for gaming.
Stuck away inside that city with no reason to leave. As long as that ship continues its assault, we'll never flush him out.
But if the ship was silenced?
Oh, that poor might be forced to get off his arse and come forward.
I shall fly this flag to signal my success.
And I shall speak fondly of you at your funeral.
Assassin's Creed 3 picks up where we left off at the end of Revelations. We are only 2 months from the end of the world. Desmond and the gang are scrambling to find something called the key that may lead them to a solution. Desmond now experiences the life of his Native American ancestor, Connor. Connor seeks to kill Templar agents who are trying to find the key as well, and quell the growing American Revolution. You will battle British soldiers and Templar agents in order to find the key and contact the first civilization. What's interesting about the story this time around is the fact that it takes place during the American Revolution, a time period rarely seen in video games. The story that takes place during the Revolution is compelling since many of the themes of the story are mirrored in today's world once again. Whoever said history repeats itself got it right. Assassin's Creed 3 actually does a really good job of remaining historically accurate while throwing assassins and Templars into the mix. The storytelling seems improved over the previous installments, but if someone was to jump into 3 without playing the other games, it might be kind of daunting. Assassin's Creed is full of religious themes, computer systems, the nature of reality, precession of the equinox, prehistory civilizations, and tons of other themes most people probably haven't read about, or probably even heard about. If you've played the other games, you'll follow the story easily enough, but I wouldn't recommend you jump straight into 3 and expect to get what's happening. The gameplay remains pretty much the same with a few minor tweaks. Countering takes a little more time to initiate, and it's not as easy as stringing together 20 kills in a row like the previous games, which is a good thing. Assassin's Creed 3 technically has an open world, but half the time you're pretty much just running from mission to mission without ever taking the time to explore. After you beat the game, you can always go back and try to do side missions and future DLC, as well as replay parts of the story to get better sync scores. The missions also remain largely the same as previous games. You'll be escorting people, running from place to place, assassinating Templars, and sneaking through bases. There are a couple of missions that really stand out once the Revolutionary War starts, however. The Battle of Lexington and Concord was probably one of the most fun segments in the entire game. But other than that, it's gonna feel familiar. Multiplayer also remains mostly the same since the last game. Some of the game modes, however, are absent, but they were really unpopular ones anyway. Assassin's Creed 3 also contains an all-new cooperative mode called Wolfpack. In Wolfpack, you team up with 3 other players and attempt to assassinate NPC targets for points, all while trying to beat a timer. By doing good and working together, you can gain more time to assassinate targets, and thus getting more points. The game ends once the time runs out. It's sort of like the game's version of a horde mode, except it requires a lot of coordination between teammates. If you just like doing free-for-all, that returns as well. Deathmatch and others also make their return. By playing the multiplayer mode, you also unlock videos which further expand on the story, but it takes a little while to unlock them. By playing the game, you rank up and earn new perks, abilities, and costumes to use in multiplayer matches, and it gives you that whole carrot on a stick thing like most multiplayer games do these days.
Better we hold the strings on another.
No, the strings should be severed. All should be free.
And we should live forever on castles in the sky. You wield your blade like a man, but your mouth like a child.
Overall, Assassin's Creed 3 is great. It's super fun to play, it's totally worth your $60. However, if you were expecting some kind of revolutionary change to the game, you might be upset. Then again, if something isn't broken, don't fix it, right? For more on Assassin's Creed 3 or more videos like this, head on over to VGU.TV.
Yet you fight. You resist. Why? Because no one else will.